Hello everyone, and welcome to Star Wars Mania. Today we'll talk about one of the most fascinating elements of the entire galaxy far, far away, the Jedi Order. The Jedi weren't just lightsaber warriors. They were guardians of peace, philosophers, and masters of wisdom, bound by the Force. They defended the Republic for thousands of years, fighting against the darkness of the Sith and facing some of the most epic challenges of the saga. Together, we'll discover how the Order was born, what its values were, the rules of the famous Jedi Code, and the moments that marked both its glory and its fall. So get ready, because today we're not just talking about Star Wars, but a true journey into the heart of the Force. Let's go see who the Jedi really were. The Sith Order was the result of a schism that fractured the Jedi Union, dividing the Order between Jedi, those who remained loyal to the light side, and a group of renegades who followed the exiled rebel Jedi to explore the dark side of the Force. From then on, the Jedi and the Sith waged war for centuries. Although the final conflict ended with the fall of the Old Republic, the fall of the ancient Sith provided the opportunity to establish a new republic, protected by the Jedi Order. Unbeknownst to the Jedi, the Sith survived for a millennium, beginning with Darth Bane, the sole surviving Sith, who reformed the Sith Order, establishing the Rule of Two, a law that limited the number of Sith to 2 individuals, a master and an apprentice. As the Jedi and the Republic progressed, the ancient wars with the Sith were forgotten, and Bane ushered in a long line of Sith lords, culminating in the rise of Darth Sidious, approximately 3 decades before the Battle of Yavin. During the final years of the Republic, the galaxy was plagued by political instability and social unrest, which created a secession crisis and led to the formation of the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Making up for the insufficient manpower needed to defend the galaxy, the Jedi became commanders and generals of the new Grand Army of the Republic. For nearly 3 years, they commanded armies of clone troopers in the conflicts known as the Clone Wars, battling the separatist droid army, led by Count Dooku, a former Jedi Master turned Sith Lord, and the cybernetic warlord General Grievous. While the Jedi fought to preserve the Republic, the government they served was secretly taken over by Sidious, who, as Senator Sheev Palpatine of Naboo, increased his power and became the Republic's last supreme chancellor. The Chancellor's machinations culminated in Order 66, a secret protocol ordering clone troopers to turn against the Jedi, leading to the total extermination of the Jedi Order. Without the Jedi, Sidious supplanted a millennium of democracy with a totalitarian regime known as the Galactic Empire. Furthermore, Sidious succeeded in turning Anakin Skywalker, the prophesied Chosen One, destined to bring balance to the Force by destroying the Sith, to the dark side and naming him Darth Vader. As a Sith Lord, the former Jedi Knight served the self-proclaimed Galactic Empire, hunting down the few surviving Jedi, who had scattered across the galaxy. Despite the Sith's efforts, the Jedi continued to resist. As the Empire grew in power, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda, both survivors of the Jedi Purge, trained Darth Vader's son, Luke Skywalker, in the Jedi arts. Redeemed by his son's love, Anakin returned to the side of the light and fulfilled his destiny as the Chosen One, destroying both him and his master during the Battle of Endor. The Empire disintegrated as a result of the Galactic Civil War, allowing the Alliance to restore the Republic to establish the new Republic. Kylo Ren. In this new era, Luke Skywalker attempted to re-establish the Order, training a new generation of Jedi. Among Skywalker's many students were his nephew, Ben Solo, the son of his twin sister, Princess Leia Organa, and the notorious smuggler Han Solo. Ben was seduced by the dark side of the Force under the influence of Snoke, a mysterious figure who championed the ideals of the First Order. As a result, Ben Solo adopted the name and persona of Kylo Ren, leader and master of the Knights of Ren. The new generation was betrayed and destroyed by Ren, who set fire to the training temple. Feeling responsible for Ben's downfall and the massacre of his apprentices, Skywalker retreated into exile and disappeared from the galaxy, leaving his trail on a star map. The First Order and the Resistance attempted to find the map, but it was the Resistance that ultimately succeeded, thanks to the actions of Rey, a young woman from Jakku. She followed the map to the planet AHCH-2, where the last Jedi had taken refuge in the First Jedi Temple. Skywalker, scarred by grief and believing his return would bring more pain to the galaxy, was reluctant to train Rey or another generation of Jedi. The last Jedi nevertheless returned to battle, buying time for the Resistance to flee during the Siege of Crait, led by Kylo Ren, who had become the new Supreme Leader after killing his master, Snoke. Skywalker became one with the Force after projecting himself across the galaxy to battle his fallen nephew, but not before learning he was not the last Jedi. His heroic deeds spread throughout the galaxy, giving hope to others in a time when darkness was growing ever more powerful.